Yeah, you just... yes, always allow. I'm here with...
Alright, here I am.
Yep, there she is, and we're just gonna do... just...
Okay. Where do we start?
Oh, we're... No, we've been...
Robin.
Yeah, you can call me by my...
Who would you say... Oh, God, Connor, sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Who would you think is one of... Who do you think would be a...
I think just swap Spider-Man's characters around, except those who are, you know, like symbiotes or whatever.
Yeah.
Because, you know, how can you make
like
a...
Switch Green Goblin and the Joker.
Doc Ock and Mr. Freeze.
Tombstone and Bane.
Actually, no, Tombstone is not really... Bane and Tombstone are pretty different. Venom's kind of like Bane.
Okay, well, switch Bane and Venom then.
Well, no, you can't really have...
Kingpin and that, what was his name again?
Rupert Thorne.
Rupert Thorne, yeah.
What about the rest?
Lizard be like Man-Bat?
Yeah, Lizard is... he's kind of like a hybrid between Croc and Man-Bat.
Yeah.
Physically, he's like Man-Bat, but Croc, but the origin-wise, he's like Man-Bat.
Who would Vulture
be Firefly, due to the fact that they both fly around. But aside from that, they're drastically different.
Oh, Robert. I mean, Connor.
Doesn't matter.
I know. What would happen if Batman and Iron Man like switch places in the Marvel and DC cinematic universes?
I'd hate that. I would hate that.
Maybe Captain America would beg for Batman to stay because he doesn't like Tony?
Well, let's be honest. Well, yeah, I guess that makes more sense. I mean, Batman takes things a lot more seriously, and Tony doesn't really take anything seriously.
No. Like, when he does...
Everyone would...
Like, honestly, I think... I mean, I'm gonna be honest, Iron Man isn't that funny unless he's drunk.
Yeah. Imagine him fighting off one of Batman's villains like Killer Croc or something. He probably just wouldn't stop making jokes about Killer Croc's appearance.
Well, that's the same thing as making fun of somebody for a birthmark. Seeing as it is a skin condition he was born with. That wouldn't be funny, that would just make him look like an asshole. Oh wait, Iron Man is one. Not to mention, he's a bit overrated.
Yeah.
But, Buddy Tail, you were saying something about, a snow glitch in this game with, the whole Nightfall protocol, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh shit,
Personally, there's a reason why I don't want that. Because, stop me if you guys have heard this before, but I think I'm gonna get a lot of subscriber drop due to this. But I don't like snow. It's cold and it's wet and it's irritating and it gets everywhere. Did nobody get that reference? Phil,
I
you...
get it.
I didn't really understand. I don't watch too much I don't watch too much Batman movies.
No,
when it comes to Batman,
No. I said I don't like snow. It's cold, it's wet, and it's irritating, and it gets everywhere.
I get it. Yeah,
Yeah.
like Anakin said in episode 2 that. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna say it. That dialogue was kind of cheesy and painful.
I don't like
It's
sun.
cringy.
It's coarse
At
and
least
it's
he expresses
rough.
his fears, which is something a little rare to guys like him who prefer not to express their fears.
Damn
But
it.
I'm not afraid of snow, I just don't like it.
Oh, I'd love to see snow. I'd love to see snow.
You and me both.
Won't you guys be getting that soon?
We're in a part of Australia where we don't get snow, so no.
Exactly. In fact, I don't think
Oh.
Australia gets snow anywhere.
It does.
Actually, the eastern side of Australia does get snow.
Does the southern end too?
I don't think so, because
I think you
Because,
guys are pretty close to the equator.
we live we're not. We're nowhere near the equator. In fact, we live in the.
Yeah, but
In fact, in actually a fun fact, you might not. In fact, an Australian fun fact: Tasmania is the only state to have no desert.
really?
Well, yeah, because all of Australia is mostly desert.
So basically, from what yes, Tasmania does get snow.
Now another thing about Tasmania, you guys ever see one of them devils?
Tasmanian devils, yes.
Now I'm not talking about the ones that go around like.
Oh, favorite joke time.
Actually, what do you guys think of that character? You guys a fan of the Tasmanian Devil character?
I am.
Nope, I'm not a big Looney Tunes fan.
I'm a diehard fan.
Me too.
And yet you've seen Space Jam, Phil.
Well, I have seen it, but I'm not a big fan, and too big a fan of it. I like the movie, and I did like the Looney Tunes and the back in action movie with Brendan Fraser, and of course, I like the Looney Tunes show, the one that's actually called the Looney Tunes show, and not just Looney Tunes. But you get my point, right?
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
that big of a Looney Tunes fan. I'm mostly a fan of things like Marvel, or DC, or Terminator.
What about for other classic cartoons? What about Peanuts?
Crossovers.
I never watched the cartoon.
What about the Sunday comic?
I don't know, okay? I just don't know.
Jeez, I just got hit by a car.
Oh yeah, an interesting question that Phil brought up with me. I think it was yesterday. I think,
Yeah.
or maybe it was Wednesday. That apparently he thinks Batman and Spider-Man are similar.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. That. Does anybody else here think that besides me and Phil?
Yeah, I see it. I'm after seeing it. Like after 7, I do get where Phil's coming from. They both lost a parental figure in their youth.
Almost
well-
every superhero does.
Yeah, like there's no
not
such thing as a superhero without. Like there are only a few superheroes without dark pasts, but they're few
Yeah.
and far between. Depending on the character, like Captain America didn't have a dark past.
Spider-Man Beyond and Spider-Man 2099.
They kind of had darker pasts. I mean, Terry McGinnis's parents were divorced.
Raindrops keep falling on my head.
He was a street punk who was in juvie for a few years of his life, and well, I think that's it.
Falling on my head. Wait, it's a piano, now you're fucking dead.
Hey, what was that one with the one you were thinking about, the web joke in the Raindrops?
Oh, that.
Is that
about MJ I found web on my bed.
who here? Anybody else who liked that joke?
Yeah, I got.
No, anybody who
I
likes
like
it.
that joke.
Obviously, if they went all the way and got Peter to sing his own lyrics in that Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head scene in Spider-Man 2, I probably would have had a gaggle of laughs.
Yeah, but it would have been like a fourth wall break.
Yeah, that's true, and that's Deadpool's shtick.
Although Spider-Man has occasionally broken the wall.
Even if he doesn't know he did.
Spider-Man, he did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he kept doing it. It seemed really odd. Why constantly do it unless he was narrating on his life story? That would have made some sense.
Like, I didn't like how he did that in Ultimate Spider-Man, the TV show. Like,
Yeah, I understand why Deadpool would do it, but
yeah.
Spider-Man, that's a conflicting one. Unless
And
he
here's
was
the weird
narrating
thing.
on his life.
And then here's the weird thing, in the Ultimate Spider-Man TV show with the Deadpool crossover, he looks like he
love
looks
that
at
episode, actually.
he looks at him like he's the crazy one for breaking the fourth wall when he does it literally every episode.
Yeah, hypocrite much?
Yeah, I was going to quote one of my favorite hypocrite that you are.
Yeah. Imagine if Deadpool and Spider-Man actually met in a live-action movie or something.
Actually, what if it
Weird
was
dialogue coming out of both of them. It'd be
what if
hilarious.
it was Toby and Reynolds?
Yeah, probably wouldn't be nearly as funny because Toby's very quiet as Spider-Man.
They're around the same age though.
Yeah, I know, but it's still Toby's way too quiet as Spider-Man. One of the reasons why I don't like his Spidey.
And Garfield, on the other hand, makes me feel like my. And then Garfield, whenever I watch him when he jokes around or whatever, just in general, I feel like my brain is going through a cheese grater, like it's being grated down.
Really? You tell me what the.
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like. Like if I think if Dylan O'Brien was Spider-Man in the TASM films, I think that would have been better.
I still prefer Garfield, but
Am I the only one who knows who that is?
yeah. I know who that is. You told me about that yesterday.
Well, I don't know about the. Buddy Taylor, you know who that is? Dylan O'Brien? It's a kid from the. It's a kid from the Maze Runner. He's also in the Bumblebee movie. But you know that he was the voice of Bee in the Bumblebee movie?
Oh.
That
Who
was
voiced him in the Bumblebee movie?
Dylan O'Brien.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, that was him.
If I'm to be 100% honest, when it comes to movies and TV shows and video games, I don't pay attention to the credits, unless it's an end credits scene.
Personally, I don't pay attention to the credits either. I like to fast forward them. But depending on if it's a movie I actually genuinely thought was amazing. Mostly I listen to them for the music. Like, I keep the credits going for the music. Like, you always have, like, the beautiful John Williams music in either Star Wars, Indiana Jones, or Superman movies, and then with the first and second Spider-Mans, I like hearing the two different versions of the cartoon theme in the end credits, so, you know, that's why I keep credits around, just for the music.
The same thing.
Unless if it's an MCU score, because I'm gonna be honest with you, the MCU only has like 10 themes that are actually iconic. Mostly the Avengers theme, but I do think some of the other themes are pretty memorable. Like, the Spider-Man theme in the opening of the Marvel Studios intro of Homecoming. That was a beautiful rendition, I thought. Now here's the weird thing. Michael Giacchino, the guy who did the score for Homecoming and whatnot, he's doing the music for the Batman, but they let him do the Spider-Man 60s theme for the Marvel Studios intro. But I'm really hoping if the same the same thing can work for you know, getting the Elfman theme into the Batman. Because my God, is that a beautiful score? Actually, what is everybody's favorite Batman movie theme, actually? Does anyone here have a favorite?
I like
Favorite what?
I
Like-
the 1989 theme.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Oh, Spider-Man theme.
No, I meant no Batman.
Well,
No, Batman. Batman
Oh,
movie
Batman.
theme.
Oh, I thought you meant Spider-Man.
No,
Or the opening theme from Phantasm.
that was beautiful too.
I
Like-
love that one.
It's definitely hard. Well, I have to say the Danny Elfman thing. If they ever played that for Ben Affleck, I probably would have liked the movie. I liked it just even more than I normally do.
It was in Justice
I
League.
don't think. Wait, really?
Yeah, they had the 89. You remember the?
Oh, I wouldn't have known.
When the Batmobile
I
came
would-
out of the Flying Fox, you know, it was like the.
Oh,
Just
I
like
wouldn't
that.
have known. I fell asleep. I wouldn't have known. I fell asleep because
It
that
was
movie
when-
was just boring beyond belief.
Oh, it was when Batman was trying to break the shield that was around Steppenwolf's thing or whatever.
I would have known. I was disinterested the whole time.
And then I love the Superman theme that Danny Elfman
You know, guys,
reworked.
One thing that's confused me a lot in Spider-Man 2. How the hell did Peter survive that fall after he jumped off that rooftop? Oh, how the hell did he survive
Dormant.
that fall?
I have an answer.
I
have an
yes,
answer.
I do too. I
have
think
an
it might be the same
I have an
answer.
answer.
I think it might be the same one as mine, but
My answer, okay, my answer is that I don't think his powers were 100% gone.
That makes sense.
I think they were
Maybe
dormant.
not all the...
So yeah, I think how Peter survived the fall was that his powers weren't completely gone, just he still had a
Partially.
little bit of power in him.
Yeah, like his inhuman durability that somehow got him to survive a fall that could actually kill someone. That's a fall only Wile E. fucking Coyote could survive.
Like, but
Well,
do you remember in
to be fair,
do you remember in the same movie he actually, with his full powers, even like losing just his web shooters, he just instantly got up without very much of an issue, just like he just slipped on.
that's true.
Just like it was,
That's
he
true.
just, so he didn't lose all of his powers, he just lost, you know, them. You know, he didn't lose them completely. He was just mostly like, it's kind of like with Superman and Kryptonite. Like, it weakens him, but his powers aren't completely drained. Like, if Superman tried to use his heat vision with Kryptonite, it would probably look like, I think you're gonna love this reference, Liam, but Barnacle Boy trying to destroy the conch signal. You don't get that reference, do you, man?
My bad. I should practice for you guys. I hate you guys.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
Liam, you got the reference, right, man?
no.
I said if Superman was around if with his heat vision around Kryptonite, it would look like Barnacle Boy trying to destroy the conch signal.
Oh yes, you're right.
I'm not even a SpongeBob fan, but I just like Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy because the whole '60s Batman spoof.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Ernest Borgnine and Tim Conway.
Yeah.
SpongeBob lost something after the first movie.
What'd you say?
SpongeBob got bad after the first movie.
I agree. I agree so much. He did. The series did get bad after the first movie. I agree with you so much.
I liked how Scarlett. I saw clips with Scarlett Johansson in it, but I didn't really see the full movie.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? The film's more or less copy what the first film did when it comes to the SpongeBob movies.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. This is something me and Phil picked up on, but the second and third movies literally copied the plot of the first one.
Exactly. What? Something goes missing. It's up to the listen up. Something goes missing. It's up to the main heroes like SpongeBob or Patrick or any of his other all of his friends maybe to find out where it's got on and bring it back. Sound familiar?
Yeah.
It's the plot of the very first SpongeBob movie.
I didn't see the first one, so I wouldn't even know.
Still, it's super ridiculous. It's almost as if Nickelodeon ran out of originality.
I mean, but let's but it was a different thing. But it was a different thing for each movie.
Yeah, but still something went going missing. It's the same plot repeated 3 times. You don't repeat the same plot over and over again. It gets ridiculous.
That's the same thing with the Raimi trilogy, man.
Yeah, but at least what made the Raimi trilogy at least different was the fact they decided to add new characters and at least new ideas.
Yes.
New ideas each time in each movie. But the SpongeBob trilogy didn't. It just keep adding the same shit over and over again.
And it's a shame because this is the only Tom Kenny voice I actually despise. I genuinely prefer him as either the Ice King, the Penguin, Mumbo from Teen Titans, or Transformers animated Starscream.
Well, actually, speaking of Tom Kenny, he...
And I'm actually going to be meeting him in November.
Wait, really?
At the same Comic-Con. As Peter Cullen, Frank Welker, Tara Strong even. So, not only have I met Batman, but I'm going to also meet Batgirl.
Actually, speaking of Tom Kenny, not only has he done those characters, but he's actually done another well-known character.
Who?
Spyro.
That was him?
Spyro. Oh
Yep.
yeah, I forgot in a game review, who I watched, it turns out this Tom Kenny voices Spyro in one of the Spyro games. I don't play Spyro.
Me neither.
He voiced him. He voiced Spyro in 2 through. In Spyro 2 through 4.
Oh yeah, and I also heard he also played him in the Reignited trilogy.
Yep, in all 3.
I played those too.
I'll have to see what that sounds like. But I still gotta play when it comes to old 90s, like early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s games. I still gotta play Bad Fur Day.
I really want that one too.
I have it on Nintendo 64.
You do?
Yeah. Thank you. I found it for real cheap on eBay. And it's not even a fake. It's only like $20. I got it before Christmas. Wasn't even on sale.
I'm still trying to find it on Nintendo 64.
I have a 360, so I don't need the original Xbox to play Live and Reloaded. Or even Superman the Man of Steel from 2002. Not to be confused with the crappy, well, not crappy, but subpar movie directed by Zack Snyder. I don't think it's a bad movie anymore. I used to think it was completely doing. And him talking about his ideas and seeing his artwork, that he had a sketchbook of stuff. I actually see what he was going for. So I don't know why I ever thought it was a bad, like, I don't think it's a completely bad movie, but it's not good. And then, what other things are there? Oh, and, I actually have been working on an impression of Conker, actually. I don't know which line to do, though. Like, there are so many good lines that he said. Yeah, I could actually, since Chris Seaver mostly did all the voices, I can impersonate a good amount of characters from that game. I think my favorite voice besides Conker to do would have to be the professor, the cripple Speck, the German guy. Ah, yes, the table, the duct tape. I show you what you can stuck a duct tape, stupid fucker. Clean side, yeah, yes, clean side. And the gravel chocolate. Yeah, it's kind of working. Okay, set with the at the freaking window with that. I don't think that was perfect, but I'm no Chris Seaver, so there's no way I'm gonna do him right. But Conker, on the other hand, yeah, I can't really think of a good line to do with Conker, but this is the best I can do for Conker. Like, but when he gets some of the money, like, yeah, more Spanduli. Cash prizes. I don't know, I just like doing Conker. I don't think I'm perfect at it, but
Microsoft needs to make a new game.
yes, they do.
They're so lazy.
If I could petition both both Conker's Other Bad Fur Day and Get in Medieval, like as in Conker Get in Medieval as the third part of the trilogy, because it kind of reminds me of Army of Darkness, where that was the third of the Evil Dead trilogy, and that was set in medieval times. So if they made that the third game after Conker's Other Bad Fur Day, they could easily do... Oh, imagine a boss fight where you've been cloned. So like you have to fight an evil version of Conker, like Ash and Army of Darkness. I think that'd be kind of cool. But the last time I saw somebody reference that scene with animal video game characters, it was Shadow the Hedgehog.
What?
Okay, does anybody here know Rosie the Rascal 15's Sonic videos?
I do.
Okay, you remember the top 5 ways of being badass, like Shadow the Hedgehog?
No. I never saw that video.
Okay, Jeremy actually references The Evil Dead. And that, Jerry, who is Rose the Rascal 15, he actually references that scene from Army of Darkness. He's a big Raimi guy too. Like he has, and Bruce Campbell too. Like there's like a scene, one bit. It's a long story. It's freaking hilarious, but anyway, like that's how I would do a Conker trilogy. I hate what they've been doing lately with the Conker franchise, like with Big Reunion, which was canceled halfway into its existence. And
what reunion?
Conker's Big Reunion.
Spark.
Yeah.
Project Spark.
Yeah, for the Xbox
When was that
one.
supposed to happen?
What? It was only one episode in, and then they frickin' canceled it.
Ow. And besides, Conker's not a franchise. It only had one game.
Actually,
Two.
Well, technically,
one and
the
a
other
half.
one was just a remake.
1.5. Let's say one and a half.
Was just a remake.
Let's just say 1.5.
Tales.
Oh yeah, Pocket Tales.
But technically, you both Connor, you and Bunnytail might not know this, but Conker actually first debuted in Diddy Kong Racing.
Yep.
We know.
We know.
Banjo.
Yep.
Yeah, but still, I definitely think there should be more Conker stuff. Even Chris Seaver wants a new game.
Everyone.
Yeah.
No, like even him,
In fact,
even the voice of Conker himself wants a new game. And that
wasn't there supposed to be a sequel?
2 actually. Before they did Live and Reloaded, there was supposed to be a sequel to the original called Conker's Other Bad Fur Day. That was canceled in favor of the remake, and then they were going to make a sequel to that called Get in Medieval. That was canceled shortly after. I think that would have been a 360 release, honestly.
And apparently, speaking of Conker's Other Bad Fur Day, apparently from what I read up about it, apparently it was going to be set the day after the first game.
Talk about a direct sequel.
Tell me about it. In fact, let's be honest, Microsoft screwed over a lot of Rare franchises, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Nuts and bolts.
I don't even like their remaster of GoldenEye. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I hate Daniel Craig as James Bond. He doesn't even look suave to me. Like, so is like I prefer like guys like Brosnan or even like Connery or
Spider-Man.
a little different.
I know what you're watching, Phil.
Look out! Here comes the shitty games.
You're watching AVGN.
No. Horse.
That's from AVGN. That's from
Yeah,
AVGN.
I'm watching the Unusual Suspects review of Spider-Man 2.
And why are you singing it?
Because it's at the... never mind, I'm not going to spoil it for you, Connor.
Oh, okay, thank you. Anyways, I was saying, do you think Barry was supposed to come back in Other Bad Fur Day or even get in Medieval?
I don't know.
I would definitely prefer that because I felt like her death was like in like the first game was just unnecessary.
They need to bring her back.
The only way I can actually see her death affecting the sequel is if she appears as like a ghost-like character. But we don't know if he's hallucinating till the end.
The fans love her. We need to bring her back.
My only complaint is how both her voice actor and the accents of both her voice actor and Barry clash. Like, it's like Margot Robbie as Harley. We can actually hear in Birds of Prey, like, sometimes her natural Australian comes through. But with her, I can't, like, sometimes I can hear, like, the Valley Girl kind of accent, but sometimes I hear her, the actress's Irish accent coming through. So it's just very odd to hear. Like, it's not, I'm not against it, I'm not upset, but it's just something I can pick up. I think it's funny, honestly. But I think Barry should be kind of like a ghost character in the sequel, if they ever made it.
They need to bring her back as a playable character.
Yeah. Like,
Actually, when sorry.
$1 million.
When was the sequel going to be released?
I
Or didn't
think
they say it?
I think the sequel to Bad Fur Day would have been around the same time as
2003.
I think. Well, no, they take a while. Video games take a while to make, but like one like this would take. It's not like it's an Arkham game where they can throw like millions of dollars and they can get a beautiful product in like a year.
Well, actually, I think it depends on how many people were working on the game because, the more people working on a product, the quicker it takes to make.
Yeah. So I think it would have come out around the same time as Live and Reloaded.
So 05.
Or 04 even at the soonest.
Oh.
But
Actually, speaking of Live and Reloaded, what are your thoughts on it? Actually, both of you.
I have only one thing to say about it, and I want to quote a video game. Or a thing for a video advertisement that I don't think people would get, except me and maybe Nathan, once he watches this. I fear no man, but that thing scares me. Oh, you get it! Okay, sweet. And when I say but those things, it scares me. Because I'm a farmer. I deal with, I feed hay. Seeing.
You eat hay.
No, I said I feed hay.
Oh.
So I feed hay to my animals. Seeing those piles of hay with the lips, like actual concave, like actual lips bopping around, actually was kind of spooky. In bad fur day, they're fine because they're kind of like all flat and whatnot. But them having like an actual lip shape, it's a little on the spooky side, kind of like Raimi stuff. But actually, what did you think? What about you, Buddy Tail? What did you think of the R&R?
I honestly wish they would have fixed the ending.
Yeah.
I like that they improved the graphics and sound quality, and I honestly kind of want to get it. That's the only version of Conker I'll be able to get.
Not necessarily.
Well,
Not
I have an original Xbox, so...
Oh, true. Well, do you have a 360?
No.
Oh,
I do not. I have a PS4.
No, I meant, Buddy Tail. I mean, I have a 360, so it'll be able to play on there. Same goes with,
Well, when it comes to Xboxes, I've got an Xbox One at my dad's house.
No, I mean, like, no, we're not talking about... No, I mean, it's a different thing, man.
Sorry. Where... So yeah, we,
With, another thing,
buying an Xbox.
Yeah, I'm not buying...
I had an
I'm not buying a one.
Not after what... Not after
I had an
Microsoft
Xbox
did in
360.
2014.
What did they do in 2014?
The trailer for Project Spark really angered millions.
I thought Project Spark came out in 2016. Was that Rare Replay? Oh, if you get an Xbox One, that's probably the best way you can actually play the original. Like if you can't find it, if you can't find a Nintendo 64, I think that might be your best bet.
Well, I also...
You know. You know, in some aspects, I say Live and Reloaded is better than in the original. I can see that definitely.
I mean, I like how some of the music is actual music and whatnot, rather than just like just electronic noises. But honestly, the voice acting doesn't sound bad to me, like being compressed and uncompressed. It doesn't sound like it's awful to me.
I wish Conker 64 would have been released.
Yeah.
What?
Heck,
Yes. 12 Tales Conker 64. What is that?
oh, that was the original version of Bad Fur Day.
Back when it was
Oh,
kid
yeah,
friendly.
That's right.
And then they made it.
Yeah.
Then they made it for men. Like I'm talking, you know, like manly men doing manly things. I'm kidding. I still love the kiddie games. Like I play Lego games. I play Mario 64 and whatnot. So it's still just it's so. But I just like making fun of all sorts of things with this sort of thing.
I wish Conker 64 would have been released.
12 Tales Conker 64. What is that? Oh, that was the original version of Bad Fur Day. And then they made it. Then they made it for men. I'm kidding. I still love the kiddie games. Like I play Lego games. I play Mario 64 and whatnot. So it's still just. It's on. It's so. But I just like making fun of it all sorts of things with this sort of thing.
But you know, apparently there's like this criticism about with Live and Reloaded, how apparently people hate how they censored certain swear words.
To me, I would have kept the original censoring, but I would have just changed the noises around. Like in Aqua Teen Hunger Force, they just use sound effects. They don't actually use censor beeps. They just like if somebody says the F word, it's either going to be like a quack, or it's going to be like a chew toy sound, or even something like a car horn or something like that. That'd be funny. That would add to the humor.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, now I can understand that, but when they censored the word twat, I'm like really, twat's not that bad of a word. Like, why censor it?
Oh, that's my favorite scene of the game. Like when
you
the
stupid twat.
Let me try it as both of them. Be like, oh, nothing quite like a Nazi. What? It's alright. It's alright. He's an elephant. An elephant. You stupid twat. I love that scene. It was the best scene of the game. It actually kind of reminds me of the Jedi mind trick in a way. Like, making him believe he was an elephant. When it's kind of like the person. I guess I might be. Oh, where did I park the car? Oh, there's the car. Do-do-do-do-dum. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I don't know about you guys, but I love using the 89 Batmobile in this game.
You guys, what are you talking about exactly, Connor?
Arkham Knight.
Oh, Arkham Knight. Well, I gotta say, out of the Batman Arkham games I
No, I meant using the Batmobile.
You know, yeah, then I'm out.
What, you're leaving?
Yeah.
What?
Wait,
no.
What for? Wait, me.
Just because I said it was all because I'm just using the Batmobile doesn't mean you have to leave.
Something, but you told me to wait.
What do you mean?
Oh, I was going to try and talk about my opinion about Arkham Knight, but you decided to stop me, so...
I'm sorry. Okay, continue. Just say it.
I gotta say, Arkham Knight is actually my least favorite to play in the Batman Arkham series.
Really?
I just gotta say, there's just one... It is a fun game. It does shine a lot thanks to the Batmobile and stuff, but there's just one thing that holds it back. The Riddler. It was okay having him in the first game. It was pretty, I guess, fun, having him in the second one. Adding him in the third and fourth ones, it just kept getting annoying, especially because they had to do all these stupid puzzles to get all these trophies and data packs off him for no reason. It's ridiculous.
I agree.
It's even worse than Arkham Knight. You have to complete puzzles and driving scenes and parts in these games just to help save Catwoman. It's just a stupid excuse for the developers to pad the game's runtime. It's really silly, and I think they should have left Riddler out, seeing as how multiple fans have been getting really annoyed with adding this useless character in. He's not even that challenging to face.
Honestly, I think the next time they do Riddler, They should at least have riddles around you have to analyze and figure out the connections between to find where he's located at.
Yeah, or they could do something else. Like there could be 10 riddles that you need to solve to find 10 Riddler trophies in different buildings across Gotham. You have to solve the riddle, all the riddle using something, some item from that Riddler has in his base of operations, and you could analyze, you do detective mode scanning of that object. Then Riddler will say, well, then
"Oh my good lord!"
Will tell you where to find it.
Oh my goodness
gracious. Tell you where the
gracious.
Riddler trophy is, and then you can go get the Riddler trophy and come back to solve more riddles and go back out again to get more trophies. That would have been way more better.
Through the floor?
Yeah, I fell through the ground.
Wait a minute. Oh, what are you doing, Conker? Did you put this on a live stream or something?
Yeah, I'm still alive. I fell through the floor.
Well, were you even listening, Connor?
Yeah, I was listening to you.
We hate the Riddler too.
Seriously, if they ever decide to do that for the next Batman Arkham game, do that, please, because I don't want to go through another one of these stupid Riddler trophy puzzle things. They're annoying and they're just silly excuses to pad the game's runtime. Assholes.
Liam, Phil, I think you might want to pull up that clip.
What clip?
I fell through the floor in the Batmobile, and I was going down and then respawned a few minutes later.
Okay.
This actually happened to me one time in Arkham City. I was gliding.
Live stream?
Oh, yeah, it's on the live stream. Let me tell you about the Arkham City story, too. So one day I was going around, this was back in 2018. I was going around in, gliding in the Batman Beyond suit. I figured that was the reason why, but I think I might have been just going too fast for it to actually, render it and whatnot. So, what happened was, I fell through, like, one of the, soft buildings or whatever. That's what I called. They weren't like a hard, solid render. They were like a soft kind of, like it wasn't like a solid polygonal thing. It was like a loose frickin' thing. And, I was going down, down, and down. Like, I couldn't escape. Like, I couldn't use the grappling gun. I couldn't fly out of there. Or even glide out of there, even. It was like, I was just falling for 3 whole minutes. Like, it felt like an hour. Unlike in a Lego game where if you fall down a hole as a flying character, you can at least, you know, get yourself up and, you know, you're not screwed that way. And then in Lego Marvel 2 or 1 on PS3, there's that hole in the ground. Am I the only one who knows about the hole in the ground glitch?
It happened to me once.
Yeah, it's never happened to me on PS4, but it always happens to me on PS3. And it's freaking hilarious. Like, I actually pranked a friend with it one time. I kind of doctored the footage a little bit. At one point, he was like, "Where did you go?" He's like, "Where did you go?" He's like, "What happened? What happened?" He's just like I just disappeared, but I had like a stealth character on, so he couldn't see what I was up to. And it was Black Widow I used. Because out of all the stealth characters that I remember in the game, she's the only one who really had a convincing cloak. Like with the Invisible Woman, you know how she had like that kind of pinkish purplish force field around her? that didn't work. So yeah. And then aside from that,
Oh, so you
I don't know. Another game I would like to see. I haven't told you, Liam, but I've told Liam and Phil and Bunnytail here about this video game pitch I have, and it's a Rocksteady Superman game. Remember we were talking about that?
Yeah, I remember.
And then you
Yeah,
know,
I remember that.
yeah. Well, I didn't tell you about it. I haven't told you about it yet. I don't think, Liam. Cause
I definitely remember talking about it. That's for sure.
I think this might have
Hold
been.
on, guys. I'll be right back. Something just came up with my PS4. I'll be right back.
Oh,
Alright.
okay. I think this might have been a while ago. I told you. Yeah, but after playing Superman Returns, I definitely would love to see. What?
Phil left.
Oh, yeah, I know. He'll be back. Yeah, but like I was saying with the Superman game I had, the idea, like after playing Returns, I was really wondering what Rocksteady could actually do. Because I felt like the flying was actually top-notch in Returns. Only downside is the difficulty. It's one of those preset difficulty games. Am I the only one who actually hates those? Like where you can't change the difficulty, it's automatically hard? Like, to me that just sucks. Like, Superman Returns and Spider-Man 3 have that same problem. And the sad thing is I've actually made it farther into 3. I'm no good. I'm not saying I'm no good, but probably shouldn't phrase it like that, but I'm kind of terrible at Returns, honestly. Like, I mean flying and powers wise, yeah, but I like there's the meter of how many hits that Metropolis can actually take at a single thing, which they should not have in the next game, because I think that was stupid. But no matter how hard I try to kick Metallo's chrome-plated ass, I can never actually get it to work. Like I always seem to fail. Like,
Are you talking about
like
you talking about Mattel?
No, in Metallo from Superman.
Oh.
You remember him, right?
I think.
He's the android with the kryptonite heart. John Corbin. Okay, he was the he was in Superman the Animated Series. He was the guy who had the organic skin, and he had the... Oh, hey, Phil.
Hey, sorry about that. My phone might have overheated a little bit. No, I was trying... Because I've had it on for a few hours ever since we started this Sonola, and I was trying to play Batman Arkham City, but it somehow wouldn't let me play for some reason. So I had to turn it off to see if that would work.
Yeah, but like I was saying, with the game I'm having a bit of trouble with, and then if anybody doesn't know, actually Phil, do you know who Metallo is from Superman? You probably don't. Phil, did you hear what I said? I don't even think he heard me. Huh. Anyway, like I was saying, I'm not even impressed by the design. It's like they took inspiration from whatchamacallit, movie Megatron, even though this predates movie Megatron by a whole year. Oh, that didn't work. I'll just get the car in here. Oh, if you want an explosion down there, you gotta do it yourself.
You know what I just realized?
Yeah.
We've gotten very off topic. This is Batman Fans Will Survive, and yet we're talking about different things altogether.
And we're already an hour in. Yeah, I don't really have a big topic.
I know.
Already talked about the big things last week. That being the joke that Pattinson made about not working out all the time, and the Snyder Cut stuff. Does anybody else know that's coming out next year?
Yeah.
I heard.
Don't care.
Hey, as long as Batman's dark and doesn't kill, and Superman's the Boy Scout with the John Williams theme, I'll be happy.
Look, I've already told you I could care less about anything superhero related. I really could.
Except if it was Raimi.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the Raimi films actually interest me, unlike the MCU, which I could care less for.
And then Bunnytail here is the one who said she hated the Raimi trilogy. Isn't that right? Is that what you said at one point? Yeah, but with
really true.
Yeah, but with the Snyder Cut, I hope it actually improves upon Justice League.
I hope it will.
Yeah. Oh my God.
He's stuck in the car.
No. That man's arm is
Get him down.
I wish I could. But his arm is right through the doorway, like he's just holding himself up. I'll fix his problem. Hopefully I can knock him off using the Batmobile. I think I missed him. Wait, what the... Looks like I can't get him off with the Batmobile.
I wish the Joker mobile was available.
I wish it had the real Joker mobile. you know, that real bullet, like that bullet kind of shape to it.
Yeah, I know that.
I wish that existed. As a Lego model too, that'd be nice. Actually, I think the closest thing we have to an actual Joker mobile would be that thing from the Lego Batman movie sets.
Micro Blast?
Yeah, like the notorious Lowrider set. I don't really get the chicken ornament on the front. I think it would make more sense if somebody took a mock with a gold head and then one of the golden Batman cowls that exist. Because I think the Joker would prefer to have something like close to like a Batman head ornament on his car. Like, I think that would be more fitting. And then the other closest, and before that thing came out, I think the closest thing to a Joker land vehicle would have to have been the ice cream truck from the Tumbler set.
Or the Joker car from the Lego Batman movie.
Well, I said before that existed. Yeah, but I would definitely love to see a Joker mobile set from like the 1950s or 40s. That would be fantastic, I think. But I don't think the cockpit exists in that color.
I think it does.
I mean, in real life, not in digital.
I think I saw it on like a Space Police set or something.
I'll have to look into that. But I think it'd be. I like how the Lowrider set actually has seating for two, so you can have one seat for Joker and the other for Harley. Little couple joyride. What? Actually, no. I think he'd tie her up to the hood like a deer. Or their little ejector seat from the Beetle. You remember that? You remember Joker's Millions from Bataz? Yeah. I think it's funny that the Joker would be driving a Beetle like that. Since technically for something that size it is a clown car of all things. Actually, how do clown cars even work? Like, that makes no sense. Yeah. Wait a minute, isn't that technically what the Joker mobile is? A clown car?
Hey, Connor, guess what? I'm doing the DLC Arkham City mission, Harley Quinn's Revenge.
Oh, sweet! That's a fantastic post-game story, if you ask me. And you get to play as Robin at least, so that's a bonus. Actually, I know you don't like Harley, but what do you think of Harley Quinn's Revenge in that game?
Disappointing.
Disappointing. Is it because you play as Robin or no?
I wish you getting free roam as Robin.
Yeah, I hate how you don't. I hope with the new Batman game, with the whole Bat family, you can actually free roam as
I hope so
each
too.
character. And you just, like, to cycle them out, you just go to the Bat Cave.
That'd be nice.
That would be nice. And then we've been talking, on...
For alternate costumes.
Yeah. And then we were talking, on MeWe, we were actually me and Bunnytail here, we were thinking of what costumes and what characters should be in the new Batman game. I still definitely want the Alex Ross Batsuit. That I think would be amazing. Because I've seen mods for Arkham Knight where they put like, where they actually make the Ross Batsuit, but still, it's just not the same. I think that would be like one of the best things they would make for a Batman skin in that game.
Hey, Connor.
Yeah?
I was going to mention this to you yesterday, but I completely forgot all about it.
Yeah, well, we didn't talk yesterday, so...
We did, remember?
Well, in the morning, yeah, we did, but...
I mean, during our conversation last night, I was going to mention something to you, but I completely forgot.
What was that?
I was gonna talk to you about this website that... Have I told you about a website or no?
Skillshare?
No, no, not Skillshare, a different website. It's a site... It's a site called Storyfire.
I think you told me about that.
Have I?
I think I've heard about it or something. I don't know. Which Storyfire to me sounds like Skyfire, and I'm the only one who knows who that is.
But anyway, you probably don't. You know what Storyfire is all about?
No.
Oh well. Well, in that case, would you like me to tell you?
Sure.
Storyfire is basically it's like YouTube.
Okay.
But it's better.
Really?
Basically, as we all know, YouTube has basically gone to shit.
Yeah, they keep blocking things and stuff. It gets annoying.
Yeah. And in addition, like on YouTube, you can't do mature content. You can't.
I mean, you can, but nothing pornographic.
You can't. Yeah, no, I mean, no, it's a law. You can't. No, it's one of their dumb rules. You can't do mature content anymore.
Exactly. Well, because nowadays kids seem to watch YouTube a lot.
Like too often, you tell me. Too often, and they think. And basically those parents who let their kids watch YouTube all day, they're terrible parents. I'm sorry.
They are.
They are really terrible parents because I'm like, it is not their job to be. Because it is not their job to look after the kids. It's the parents' job.
Yeah, I hate.
Like
I just hate parents who just say that they should let their kids be raised by like Fortnite or whatever.
Kids be raised by that stuff. You're an awful parent. I'm sorry.
And if you're to me, you deserve to have both a, like, if you're like, the mothers deserve to have the tubes tied, and then the well, we all know what the male equivalent is.
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn
But, like,
vasectomy.
Oh my gosh, because ever since that so because ever since I'm sorry, but YouTube is just not the same as it once was back in its golden days.
Well, I plan on fixing that.
They blocked Death Battle off for no reason. They added an age thing to it. Why? It's not even that bad. Doesn't even that much. It's not even that. You get my point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Most people would say. I think. I don't know about most people, but I'd say YouTube's golden age was 2005 to 2012.
So pretty much when Forest Fire 101 ruled YouTube.
Or basically more like before YouTube was bought by Google.
Oh. No, but I mean that was pretty much his main upload schedule. Like the years.
The only downside
fuck.
to old YouTube was Annoying Orange.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I've never heard of the Annoying Orange, but how bad is he?
It is bad. It's sad when they got the TV show with them with Tobuscus.
Picture Jar Jar Binks with...
I thought Annoying Orange was fine.
Jar Jar Binks fucking on helium.
Oh my god. I already hated Jar Jar Binks, an even worse version of him. Oh man. Oh wait. Let's not forget another downside about another downside of you that I think most people have forgotten all about.
What?
And for good. Yeah, Fred. Oh my gosh.
Since the movie was made.
Let me tell you one thing. The Annoying Orange was so stupid because the TV show, because they got a great YouTuber as their main human character. Toby Tobuscus Turner. Am I the... No, he's a fantastic YouTuber. Am I the only one that thinks that, or no?
I like him.
Yeah. My favorite thing with him is his Wii U's. You know what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
I think YouTube went downhill once it was bought by Google.
Yeah. Do you know the first video ever uploaded was of the creators at one of the creators at the zoo?
Yeah, I heard that was actually. I think that was the very first video uploaded on the site.
That's what I just said. The first video was.
Wow.
I don't get why that's not the world's most viewed video.
I don't get it either. I mean, that video was uploaded in April of 05?
Yeah. But if you think about it, why isn't that the most viewed video and but that Gangnam Style is?
Yeah, I just thought about this, you know how YouTube's, you know how YouTube's slogan back in the day was express yourself?
I thought it was broadcast yourself.
Oh, that's right. Broadcast yourself, yeah, remember those days? Remember when it used to be like that? Broadcast yourself?
Now it's about money. Lots of money.
And plus, And plus, I think big YouTubers are overrated
Not all of
in
them.
general. Basically, they start out, but they've all met the same fate. They started out as humble YouTubers, just like they basically started out like normal people like you and me, and then eventually they became famous, and then the fame corrupted them, and then they became sellouts.
In spite of everything you've done for them. I think Mr. Beast is like, he's like, how rich is that man?
He's a billionaire.
Yeah, but yet I think he's only like 18, 19.
That is weird.
I think one of my favorite YouTubers who is famous, but he doesn't let the fame, you know, like, overflow him like a symbiote, I think might be Ben Phillips.
Oh, Ben Phillips. No, don't be fooled, man. Ben Phillips, he's succumbed to that, unfortunately, as well. Because basically every single video has to, because every video has to start, I mean, every video he does now has to start out with an unnecessarily long intro of him saying, subscribe, turn the notifications on, and like, quite frankly, I'm sick of it.
So you don't watch his videos anymore?
I just skip the intros now. I just skip the intros now because they're just too long now at this point. I mean, I miss his videos from 2015-16 when basically, because back in those days he used to just do a simple intro, and then it would cut to the prank. Like, I miss those days.
What about his intros when he's explaining the prank?
No, like I said, I don't mind like I said, because back in the day, his intro explaining the pranks back in the day was short and simple, and to the point.
Huh.
Like, that's what I meant.
Honestly, I think what he should do is he should at least have it set in the description so people can actually read it a little bit better.
Because, like, I'm sorry, but like, I mean, I don't have a problem with intros, but when it's just doing the same thing over and over again, basically. And also, another thing I find annoying about Ben Phillips is that how he's always begging for people to give him likes. Like it sounds like he's begging at this point for likes, and I'm like,
I just click it just to be nice. Unless if it's one of those prank, like where they have to, like, he says he'll super glue a mask to his face. Like, to me,
I'm sorry,
that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny.
I mean, I'm sorry, but every single video now is that he basically says, if this video can get something, how many likes, I will do something. Like, I mean, like, I don't know if it's just me, but that just sounds desperate to views. I'm sorry.
Does that sound desperate to anyone else?
Nope.
It's ridiculous. Like, it is ridiculous how. In fact, another example of in fact, I haven't been watching.
It's 1:30 where I am. I'm gonna go to bed now.
Oh, okay. Good night.
All right.
I'll see you guys another time.
Yep. See you maybe tomorrow or something like that. I don't know.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh, Funtail left.
Yep.
Anyway, but anyway, as I was gonna say, I haven't been watching Ben Phillips that long, but there was one. There was one YouTuber I used to love watching back in the day, but unfortunately, I don't watch him anymore.
Who was that?
And that would be the Diamond Minecart.
Really? I didn't know you were a fan of him.
Or as he's called, Dan TDM.
That's what he goes by now.
Actually, he's always been known as Dan TDM.
No, I mean his channel is called the Diamond Minecart.
Yeah, I mean, let me tell you, I used to love watching these. I used to love watching his videos.
Now they're just boring.
Tell me about it. I used to love watching his Minecraft mod showcases. I used to love watching those videos.
Me too. And then the Christmas specials too.
Yeah, like
it's Blade in the comments.
Oh boy.
I think we'd better wrap up. This has been Robin9309.
This has been Li2001.
Phil1414.
And Li2001.
And unfortunately, Bunnytail couldn't. 73 could not say good night to everyone here, but you know, well, Liam left.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, he left.
Well, anyway, this has been the 18th episode of Batman Fans Will Survive. Have a good night, everyone.